debate before, you already indicated to the House that that wasn't satisfactory.
But a declaration, something new.
The order, I am considering a point of order here. The slight difference in the answer given this time was that the Minister, in answering it, said that the rights that Māori have in New Zealand is determined by the current framework of our law, and implied in that answer there was no change, therefore, to the rights. And if that was in fact an incorrect interpretation, I'm sure further supplementary questions will elucidate that matter. Order. The Honourable Rodney Hyde.
Supplementary.
The Honourable Rodney Hyde.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Prime Minister, does the Prime Minister accept each and every one of the 46 articles of the Declaration as an expression of aspiration for New Zealand, or are there some articles that the Prime Minister rejects?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, the best exposition of the government's position on that is set out in the Statement of Affirmation, which was read out by Minister Sharples in New York and Minister Power here.
Order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, the Honourable Rodney Hyde.
I don't believe for a minute that that could be an answer in Parliament to a question of whether each of the articles is an expression of aspiration for the country. To say that something was read at 4:45 a.m. in the morning on the other side of the earth is not a parliamentary answer to a question.
I have some sympathy with the member's point of order, because members of this House will not necessarily be familiar with the statement made by the Minister in New York. Well, if in fact the statement read to the House, if that's what the Minister is saying, then the Minister should be able to answer the question asked by the member. The member asked for elucidation on that statement, and the House has not heard any elucidation. I invite the member to repeat his question. The Honourable Rodney Hyde.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Prime Minister, does the government accept each and every article of the 46 articles as an expression of aspiration for New Zealand, or are there some articles of the 46 which the government doesn't accept?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the answer to that, I suppose, is no. I mean, we've made it clear that the government affirms the statement subject to the existing legal framework of New Zealand remaining unchanged. And commentary on the covenant shows that, on the declaration, show that some of the rights expressed in there are quite uncontentious, the right to freedom of religion and property rights and so on, and some of them are more contentious. Whatever the nature of the articles they are all subject to New Zealand's existing legal framework, which remains unchanged as a result of the affirmation.
Question number 3, Aaron Gilmore.
My question is to the Minister of